Most engineers treat the PR like the finish line. Code is written, it looks good, it gets approved, it ships, done. But hear me out. I believe that PR is actually a gate, a stop, check, and thinking point. Not just for whether the code is correct, but if the team is aligned, specifically aligned on this decision moving forward. And in my experience, most teams kind of skip that part entirely. Here's a pattern I've seen more than once. A tech lead, and maybe even the team, might agree on a path forward during technical planning in a very general direction, But then in execution, an engineer picks it up, they go super, super deep in one direction, maybe introducing a new tool or a framework that they know really well, and it solves the immediate problem very cleanly. Again, the PR looks fine, it gets approved, awesome. But 6 months later, that tool is now woven into the code base, but only one person truly understands it. Everyone else is struggling to replicate it, extend it, and fix it. And what looked like a smart decision in the PR is now a quiet tax on the whole team. And that impact could look like, a team member supposedly only needing to take an hour or two to make a fix, and then that taking days. I've seen it. I felt it. I've been there. Now, I acknowledge that tools like Copilot and Claude Code have changed this dynamic. Engineers can work with unfamiliar code in ways that they weren't able to before. Someone can extend an implementation that they didn't write and don't fully understand because AI can help them navigate through it. And I'll be honest, I kind of have mixed feelings about that. On one hand, it removes a real bottleneck, right? On the other hand, there's something uncomfortable about an engineer making changes to something they don't fully understand. And I can't fully articulate where the danger is in here, but it feels like it's a door that we're walking through without fully understanding what's on the other side. Relying on AI to fill a gap in understanding isn't exactly the same thing as actually closing that gap of understanding. Which brings me to something that I did cover before, but I want to draw a clear distinction. My last tip was about organizational context that AI can't see. This is different. This is about team alignment. AI helping you work with a decision is not the same thing as your team owning that decision. You can use AI to extend code you don't understand, but I wouldn't say you should use AI to tell you whether the architectural decision or direction was the right call for your team and for your product moving forward. I believe that's still a human conversation, and I'm saying that PR is the place to have it. So regardless of how much AI is involved in writing or extending the code, the gate doesn't disappear. Someone still needs to ask hey, does this match what we've all agreed on? Does the whole team understand this decision enough to own it for the future? Are we creating something here that we'll be paying for the next 6 months? The right reviewers matter here too. If the same one or two approvers are approving everything, you're probably losing a bit of perspective. Someone who isn't in the weeds might be asking the types of questions that kind of get forgotten over time. Again, because the PR is not the finish line. I believe it's a checkpoint. And the checkpoint only works if someone actually stops. Quick win. Next time you're reviewing a PR, add 2 questions. First, does this match what the team agreed on during planning? This one matters more than it sounds. Planning conversations happen at a higher level, but execution gets messy. And somewhere in between, decisions get made. Decisions that probably most of the other team have no idea about. So by the time everything is in the PR, people can assume alignment that doesn't actually exist. Asking that question out loud is how you kind of catch that drift before you ship the code. Second question, is there anything here that only one person on the team fully understands, even with AI? And if the answer is yes, I'm not saying reject it. I'm just saying it's probably a reason to talk about it before you ship that code. And that's the gate doing its job.